Hi everyone, my name's Alicia. Today we'll be unboxing a life-size bust statue of Mera from the 2018 film Aquaman. Let's get to unboxing. So now we've completed the unboxing and next we'll move on to the assembly. But before we do, let's run through what came in the box. We've got the maintenance instructions, assembly instructions, and the certificate of authenticity. We've got some maintenance tools, including the box cutter and the dust blower, her arms, the actual statue itself, the bust, and then we've got the water accessories for her, as well as the tiara. So the bust comes with assembly instructions, which are really important. It'll show you each of the pieces and how they fit in together. Some of them can look quite similar, so it's important to note whether it's 10 or 11, etc. And this will allow you to put the bust together really well. So we will start with the back of the neck. We'll put on her left arm. The water effect pieces are put together by magnets, which makes them really easy to put together. So now we'll put on her right arm. There's a couple of water effect pieces here. Again, they have lovely magnets, so they stay on nice and firm. Lovely. comes with 2 shells. One at the front, one at the back. We've got some pieces for her belt. And the front of the belt. So now we'll remove her hairnet. Now I'll put the tiara on. So that's the end of the assembly. We didn't have too many pieces, unlike Harley Quinn with all her bits and pieces, but the water effect pieces can be a little bit tricky. As long as you follow the instructions, you should be okay. Infinity Studios comes from China and is one of the biggest brands in the high-end collectible market. They make 1:1 to 1:7 officially licensed statues, but their standout flagship line is half-torso, life-size statue busts from popular movie and gaming franchises such as Lord of the Rings, DC, and World of Warcraft. This is the Mera 1:1 life-size scale bust from Infinity Studio. She's played by Amber Heard in the 2018 film Aquaman. The statue's limited edition size is 298 worldwide, which is the same as Aquaman. There were only 298 of this bust made worldwide. The recommended retail price at the time of release of this bust was 5,700 Australian dollars, including freight and taxes. The size is 56 centimetres wide, 79 centimetres high, and 54 centimetres deep. This bust comes in one big box, which weighs approximately 42 kilograms, and this includes one piece for the bust and the base, unlike the other statues which came in multiple pieces. So Amber Heard has caused some controversy over the last few years, especially with her relationship with Johnny Depp. However, she is a very beautiful woman and this bust reflects her beauty. And in Aquaman, she's a very well-liked character and we can appreciate this beautiful statue and character separate to the dramas that might have happened in her personal life. So now we'll move on to the review of the bust. We'll start with the tiara, which is textured gold, and we can also see silver here. It's also got a very aquatic shape to it, which reflects the fins of a fish, reflecting the theme of the movie. It's also hand punched with 100,000 individual pieces of hair. We've got the same for the eyebrows and the eyelashes. They are all hand punched. We can see on the eyebrows that we've got some makeup there, as well as the eyeshadow on top of her eyes. She's got beautiful glass eyes reflecting a green colour. And then we come down to the mouth where we can see a lovely lipstick as well as her teeth. Now with the teeth, they are a little bit of a white colour, which doesn't quite look realistic. We've got the top and bottom rows, but when we look over, for example, to the Wonder Woman bust statue, we can see that the teeth are a little bit more realistic. We'll take off her tiara now and look at the ear. So just taking this one off, placing. So now we'll take a look at her ear. So it's quite lifelike, feels similar to the bust, made of silicone, very realistic. So the head and the bust are made of medical grade silicone, and in this bust statue it's all in one piece, which makes it a lot more effective and realistic as compared to the Harley Quinn bust, which was made with a transition. This one's a lot more lifelike. We've got a beautiful polystone outfit including a cuff, and it's very realistic because you've got little bits that look like algae on the outfit itself. A lovely teal and gold colour, and you can see some of the algae detail here. With the hands, they're made very well, again with medical grade silicone. We've got fingernail details. She's even got fingerprints, which you can probably see on this hand better. She's got all of the lines on her palm. And with the nails as well, you can see the cuticles, you can see the knuckles, and you can see the wrinkles on her finger. So it's very well made and lifelike itself, just like my hands. We've got the resin water effect as well around the cuff on her arm. This piece represents the Atlantean water magic effect, which is also one of her superpowers. It's the ability to manipulate water, which is also known as hydrokinesis. We can also see this water magic effect and representing her power here at the base of the bust statue and all around. So at the base, we've got the gold, which represents Mera's role as a princess and royalty in the film. We've also got gold and black along the base with minor weathering, and we can see this triangle shape along here. We've got some clams, one at the front or the side of her bust and one at the back of the base statue. We can see this water detail, which is very creative, how they've made this statue as well. So we can see weathering at the base on these triangle shapes. Other than that, there's minimal weathering on the base itself, but we do see small scratches or cuts here on this part of the belt. So now we'll move on to the pros and cons of this statue. So firstly, the likeness. This statue is very much like Amber Heard or Mera in Aquaman 2018. Secondly, there is a very seamless transition with the silicone between the head, the bust, down to the clothes. It's very seamless and realistic, unlike Harley Quinn, where it was just in pieces and not as much of a seamless transition. Thirdly, a pro is the base, which is very creative and there's a lot of attention to detail here. So now we'll move on to the cons. In terms of the cons, there is a little bit of a gap between the bust and the clothes here, but that must be necessary in order to make such a beautiful statue. And finally, it's not necessarily a con, but perhaps there's a missed opportunity in terms of the base where we could have had a LED light behind the water effect to just bring it out even further and enhance it. So in terms of likeness out of 100, I'd say that this statue is 90 to 95% alike to Amber Heard. It's very, very realistic. I feel like I'm sitting here in the room with Amber Heard herself, and it feels like she's looking at me. So well done in terms of the likeness. So now over to you. What are your thoughts on this statue? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section below. We've got some upcoming statue unboxings over the next few months from the Dark Knight trilogy, including Catwoman, Batman and the Joker. So keep an eye out for those videos. We'd also like to know if there's any statues that you'd really like to see. Leave us your suggestions and we'll do our best to engage with those as well. My final thoughts on the session today was that it was a lot of fun to unbox this Mera statue. I think it's a beautiful statue with a lot of attention to detail into the craftsmanship in this piece. Please like and subscribe and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best of